Hi everyone, I'm Ria Ranga from PGTFM batch of 2022 IFM Bhopal. Welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be about population and food security. The word set itself a considerable challenge in the Sustainable Development Goals, that is, end hunger, achieve food security, and improve nutrition and promote sustainable agriculture by 2030. Currently, 1 in 9 of the world's population are chronically undernourished, and given that population is expected to grow significantly in the upcoming years, much must change before hunger can successfully and sustainably be eradicated. So let us dive into the video. Population growth and food security are some of the important problems in which the geographers are probing increasingly. Despite technological advancement, globalization, and fast means of transportation and communications, there are several parts of the world which are confronted with the problems of shortage of food, undernourishment, malnutrition, hunger, and poverty. At present, however, large scale food problems are for the most part limited to the less developed countries of the world. It is interesting to note that if the world's food production were equally divided among the world's population, nobody would go hungry. Food requirements vary according to age, sex, weight, average daily activity, and climate, but an insufficient quantity of food or calories results into undernutrition. Best known cases of acute undernutrition are the famines that attract the attention of the world's media. The most extreme consequences of undernutrition and malnutrition is death. We need to start asking questions like how much food is lacking, how many people suffer from undernutrition or malnutrition. These are not easy questions to answer. We all know that various parts of the world, especially in Africa, seem to be especially vulnerable to hunger and famine. What may not be so well known is that world food supplies are increasing faster than world population. Few examples are from 1960 to 2000, global food production more than kept up with the global population increase. World cereal consumption doubled between 1970 and 2015. World meat consumption tripled between 1950 and 2015. The global fish catch grew more than 6 times between 1950 and 2015. However, these improvements at the world level do not translate into improvements at all of the regional levels. The main cause of food problem is said to be overpopulation, especially in the developing countries. Overpopulation is a relative term, and areas that are densely populated are not necessarily overpopulated. For example, South Korea and Netherlands are not overpopulated, while Ethiopia and Mexico are overpopulated. Most countries have the transportation infrastructure to guarantee the international movement of food, but other human factors prevent satisfactory distributions. Physical factors like droughts, floods, storms, transgression of sea, and tsunami affect the production of staple and other crops adversely. A drought in central eastern Kenya in 1984 is estimated to have caused food shortages for 80% of the population. In the developing countries, the workforce in agriculture is steadily declining, while the developed countries with advanced technology are growing more food to the supplied to the less developed countries. For example, farmers in Guinea are actively encouraged to grow export crops such as tea and coffee instead of staple crops such as maize, millets, rice, and pulses. Peasant farmers in many countries are losing their freedom of choice because credit is increasingly controlled by multinationals and corporations, and many governments make it a policy to provide cheap food for urban populations at the expense of peasant farmers. Global economic considerations make it increasingly difficult for people in the less developed world to purchase food. Throughout the world, food is a commodity, hence, throughout the world, production is related to profits. Food is produced only for those who can afford to buy. In recent years, agriculture has achieved the status of agribusiness, and it is in the nature of business that not all participants compete equally well. Food problems are not typically caused by overpopulation, and population density is a poor indicator of pressure on resources. If we were to judge food scarcity just by population density, we might assume that the people of South Korea and the Netherlands are going hungry, while the people of Ethiopia and Mexico are well fed. We all know that this is not the case. We can't solve food problems just by decreasing human fertility. A cooperative international effort is required to improve the quality of peasant farming and to reorient it towards the production of staple food. But there is little indication that this will be achieved in the foreseeable future. The sooner it is achieved, the better. Thank you for watching this video. I hope some of you found it insightful. If you like the content of this video, please don't forget to give a thumbs up. See ya!